Welcome everyone to see if I can get this right, the house of Mistofer Christopher. We're going to start out our lesson today, our learning pod, with the continuation of our last lesson. What is a civilization? How do you define a civilization? This is your first time to the channel. Please feel free to write your comments in the comment section. I go over all the comments and I will answer you. So we spoke a little bit about the challenges of the word civilization. Let's just look at the definition of civilization right from the start. We'll go right to the dictionary. And if you notice what it says about civilization, it says, the stage of human social development and organization, which is considered most advanced. 2, the process by which a society or place reaches an advanced stage of social development and organization. The society, culture, and way of life of a particular area. The comfort and convenience of modern life regarded as available only in towns and cities. Do any of these definitions resonate with you? How do you like the idea of advanced? When a civilization or an organization is most advanced? What would you add, subtract to this definition? Or would you just throw it away? You know, sometimes I ran civilization through AI. I said, let's see what civilization is interpreted through AI. A civilization is a complex human society characterized by urban development, social stratification, specialized labor, centralized government, and systems of communication like writing. These societies represent a high level of cultural, technological, and architectural advancement, often featuring monumental structures and organized economies. Behind me, you see the civilization of what? Brooklyn? Would you insert a word? Would you subtract a word? You know, sometimes a definition is not something in words. When you think, do you think in words? Do you see actual words tapping across the screen of your mind? Or do you see pictures? Sometimes the definition is found in what you experience. So if you could take an image or a painting, let's say, right, that would define civilization, what would you do? What would you choose? What would you paint? Well, I'm going to pull up an image for you. What do you see? This is a painting by Asher Brown Durand. The year is 1853. It's an oil on canvas. The location of this is in the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts in Richmond, Virginia. And the title of this is Progress, the Advance of Civilization. Just a backstory on the painting. I believe it was purchased in a private sale for a sum of $40 million. How cool is that? Anyway, let's just look at this. What do you see in this painting? And where does your eye gravitate to first? I'll walk you through a little bit of it. The painting depicts Native Americans standing to the left of trees facing a stream, while a small town, a steam-producing locomotive, and livestock follow the path of the telegraph poles on the right. So what does that tell you? Does someone have to sacrifice for progress? So the theme of technological advancement is unusual among Durand's paintings, right? The landscape is expansive, he was an amazing landscape artist, right? But you're seeing what? Nature, and then as you go into it, you're seeing an increasingly urbanized and technologically sophisticated future. And of course, you see a busy port city with smoke plumes in the distance. So this is what he interpreted to be civilization. It's a beautiful painting. You could just get lost in this, right? What would you paint? Let's look at another painting that symbolizes civilization. I hope you get a kick out of this one. What would you title this painting? What do you see there? In my opinion, I hear glasses clinking and, oh dear, would you pass me a bottle of... Would they pass a bottle of? I don't even know. I'd like a cup of Earl Grey tea, please. Very much so. Anyway, my accents are horrible. But anyway, I believe the title of this painting is The End of Dinner. Would you use this as a painting to show civilization? I'll give you a couple seconds, maybe 5 Mississippis to study the painting. One, two, three, four, five. So The End of Dinner by Jules Alexander Grun. I hope I pronounced it correct, 1913. So the emergence of table manners and other forms of etiquette and self-restraint are presented as a characteristic of civilized society. Interesting. How else would you depict civilization? Or what painting or image would come to your mind? Here's your next image. When you see this image or sketch, who do you think of? If you said Da Vinci, you would be absolutely correct. It's called Study of a Fetus in a Womb. Why did I pick this to show civilization? Well, civilization is what? Achievement, understanding, development, appreciation. Leonardo da Vinci's anatomical sketches reflect his massive genius in blending art and science. Of course, these drawings are based on meticulous dissections and observations, and he really crossed some lines in terms of understanding and depicting human anatomy. And remember the time period that we're dealing with, his works were considered taboo. So he challenged the institution or the institutions and society. And what did he do? He pressed forward. But you have to admit the beauty of this sketch and all these other sketches. There are notes in the corner. I'll read it to you. Listen to the poetry. In this child, the heart does not beat and it does not breathe. 10 minutes went by that fast. Oh my goodness. All right. In this child, the heart does not beat and it does not breathe because it rests continually in water. And if it breathed, it would drown. And breathing is not necessary because it is vivified and nourished by the life and food of the mother. And one and the same soul governs these two bodies, and desires, fears, and pains are common to this creature as to all other animated parts. From this it arises that a thing desired by the mother is often found imprinted on those parts of the infant that have the same qualities in the mother at the time of her desire. And a sudden terror kills both mother and child. Therefore, one concludes that the same soul governs and nourishes both bodies. What a quote. What an appreciation. And in the end, it says in Italian, ci vediamo. Okay, I'm joking. I didn't say that. So, if you were to draw a painting or choose a painting that would encapsulate civilization, what would you choose? Beautiful people, I'm going to leave you with one last painting. And that's where we'll pick up at our next learning pod. Civilization, would you start out with this one? Can you tell me what you are looking at here? Place it in the comments. And also please place what would you choose to depict civilization if you were to commission or draw a painting. See you in a few days. Take care, beautiful people.